And hey folks, how you doing? Durinde here, and we're taking a look at the latest update of Oxygen Not Included, the Outbreak upgrade. And the good thing about Oxygen Not Included, I love the fact that they include the patch notes, so I can just take a look at that and we'll quickly go through. I like to do what I call reading the back of the box. So there's going to be new disease simulations, complete with new illnesses, attributes overlays, and more. New plants, food recipes, growth requirements, and farming overlay. Explore deep enough into your surroundings. May chance upon remnants of something. That sounds kind of ominous. We have Ari, Jean, Camille, and Ashkan. And there's a whole bunch of new bug fixes. Okay, so since we're starting a new patch, we'll start a new game. Standard game sounds good to me. And we'll start this off and we'll see how we go. It's been quite a while since I played Oxygen Not Included. They've been iterating, adding stuff over time. There's still the big splash screen when you boot up the game. It's like, this game is under development. Please keep that in mind if you're playing that. So keep that in mind if you're watching me play this, because they're still adding stuff. They're still bringing in some new elements and everything. It's a game in development, and it's been growing as time goes on. Big thing about these base building games, they include so much. I mean, so many variables and everything that they tend to remain in development for quite a while. Things like RimWorld and, of course, infamously Dwarf Fortress, which I think has been under development for like 15 years or something crazy like that. Haven't played a lot of Dwarf Fortress. Played a bit. I know there's UI upgrades and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'd just like it to be a little bit prettier out of the box. I mean, I played MUDs and stuff back in the day. Hey, I played a BattleTech Mush, and I don't know. I'm done with ASCII art. Let's put it that way. So I like to go with whoever the game throws at me. The Messy Lab sounds like an awesome name for a biological-based group of people. I should have took a better look at my replicants though before I jump right in. But hey, we'll learn as we go. So, food shortage right away. So we have this nice little. Ooh, it's a shine bug. Okay, that's interesting. So that's new. A little bit of water to the south of us or down from us. Some water up top as well. Of course, we have some oxalite here generating a little bit of oxygen for us. So I think our plan here is we'll break into this chamber this way. We'll break into this chamber. Probably dig down a bit to get at this water. We're going to have to think about waste management at some point. I'd rather not contaminate that awesome water as well. So I got to think about how I'm going to do this. So the first thing, let's dig out this way, because there's algae and all sorts of great things that we need over yonder. So we'll dig kind of down like this for now. That should give my replicants something to do for a little while. And okay, they are, of course, one of the big major updates. They did the thermal update a while back. We're going to need a ladder too, just to get out of our little hole that we're building. So that's under base ladders? Yes. All right, lots of ladders, no snakes. Okay, a little bit of copper there too, which gives us. Actually, I should dig that out, just so we have access to some metals. I'm going to want to kind of close things off a little bit as well, so we're not, using up all the oxygen. A little bit of oxalite there. Mostly plants. Plants are fine. Plants are cool. I'm okay with plants. All right. So oxygen. We're going to need oxygen. We're going to need power. So let's build ourselves a manual generator right there. And we'll build out from there. I'm also going to need a spot for waste. Unfortunately, this kind of well, it's wide. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to have to be careful with how I do my waste management. Maybe dig over into the copper is probably my best bet, and we'll do it that way. And let's put down some tiles just so things look a little prettier. Medicine we don't really need to worry about. Furniture, we need some spots to sleep. That's a thing. So I'm going to do some more replacing here. So let's replace these bases with the tiles. And then we're going to dig out the rest of this. And I'll probably build my beds over this way. Let's take a look at our overlays. How's oxygen? Oxygen is okay here. Now, a little bit of CO2 building up, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. So we're replacing this. Don't have to worry about decor right now. Storage, don't really have to worry about that. Deoxidizer turns algae into oxygen. So let's stick that kind of in the middle here. Obviously, they're not going to be digging out this stuff because it's kind of too far up there. Food, ration box we don't really need. Can we harvest any of this stuff right now? That's priorities. I want to harvest. There we go. That'll get us a little bit of food. And what do we need for the micro mushroom? We need some more metals. Okay, so they're working on digging over that way to get that right now. In fact, they're mainly working on these tiles, which will probably mess up our plants here, but I'm fine with relying on the rations for the start of the game. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe things have changed that much that I should rethink how I'm doing things, but, you know, you got a new... Ooh, what is this? Immune systems. So that's new. That's new. That's interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. So we're going to need some beds. So... There's the old furniture here. Let's build some cots. Oh, we need to power our oxygen thingy. So power. We don't have any copper. All right. All right. We'll get where we need to go eventually, but just got to give my poor little replicants a little bit of time to do what they gotta do. Okay. So let's wait for them to kind of dig out that copper that they need to do. They're just going to finish off building out those tiles for now. That's fine. Check our oxygen overlays. A little bit of CO2 building up there. Last couple tiles, and now they should start working on... I mean, I could prioritize this, but there we go. They're just going to head over here and get to work. That's good. That is good. So we still have oxalite, so oxygen shouldn't be too much of a problem starting off. What I should probably do maybe is build this way, and maybe have this for my waste collection, actually. It's a little bit more reliant on tiles than I usually am, but gotta try some new things every once in a while. Okay. Feeling! I got a feeling. He's trying to escape combat with who? Oh, there's a little dude. It's a Hatch. Is it a Richard Hatch? Alright, we'll see if we can get our guys to attack. We don't have any weapons or anything. Looks like we have some sort of laser rifle. Quote-unquote lasers. Freaking sharks with freaking lasers on their head. I think we got like a little bit of meat or something from that. That's cool. I should actually tile this up as well. Try to make the base a little bit prettier than I usually do. Alright, so let's wire up our little oxygen generator here. Of course, these guys are filling out these tiles. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is actually have my outhouse up around here somewhere, and kind of let it go down into a little basin down here, and have hopefully some water that we can treat after a while. Maybe I'm delaying too much. I might have to restart all this at some point. I don't know. It's not the most intuitive way to start out that I've encountered so far. Okay, so they're still all building. They're still all doing good stuff. So they're making a little bit of copper wire there. Okay, they're filling out the tile. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff to do. And I should get them some beds at some point. Probably down where the oxygen's being made. Might be good. Didn't check to see if anyone's like a loud snorer, if they got sleep apnea or anything. If you got that, or if you figure you might have sleep apnea, you should check it out. And I've known some family members who've had that, and they've gotten the CPAP machine that said it changed their life. Sleep a lot better. I guess you sleep a lot better if you're actually getting oxygen and not becoming oxygen deprived. And speaking of which, how are we doing so far? So far, the oxalite is holding up. The game usually does a pretty good job of giving you a chance to get things built before it starts to punish you and things go to literal poop. Okay, so we're building the cot, so we have that ready to go for our first cycle. We're building out this way. There's a little bit of algae there. Okay, So what I should probably do, actually, is have a... Okay, we don't have enough metal for an airlock, so we still want to go over and mine out that copper at some point. There's a little bit of copper over here. It's more over here, though. So hopefully we'll get enough to work with. A little bit of coal as well. We can do some good stuff with coal. How much do we need? 200 grams. Okay. There we go. So build an airlock. Actually, we should probably build one here. And a tile. And then have a ladder that comes down here. Because I'm not going to be building that much over here for now. We'll just kind of seal this off and get back at it. So I don't want to lose all my oxygen into this big old chamber if I don't have to. Okay, so Joshua making some power for us. Probably going to want some batteries. So let's build one here and wire those up. There we go. That's good. They got the airlock going. A little bit of skill increase there. Athletics has been raised to 1. Construction has been raised to 1 as well, so that's going to speed up those things. Okay, so you're working on your ladder. The big thing here is the manual airlock, though, so we don't lose too much oxygen into this big old spot. How's our oxygen overlay? So they are sleeping in the kind of the oxygen deprived part of the base, but that's okay. They can survive a night. I believe in them. Oxygen's overrated. That's my theory for this game. I'm actually going to speed things up, so they just kind of plow through the night. And I can look at the report. They removed, let's see, yesterday. They removed 141. They didn't generate any oxygen, basically. They used 30 joules of power, used up a few calories. Okay, I'm going to slow things down again now that they're back up and running. Actually, maybe we'll go for a little bit of a faster speed there. Okay. And okay, so this is generating oxygen now. Oh yes, yeah. People have to use the washroom. All right, I nearly forgot about that. Okay, I was making plans. I was. So we'll make a little pit of despair here. So we'll. How do I usually do this? What am I looking for? Stations? No. Plumbing. An outhouse. Alright, so we'll put the outhouse here. And then we'll deconstruct this. And then we'll have a ladder going down into the pit of despair, basically. For the runoff and the bad oxygen that's going to be produced from that. Alright, so we have access to this copper now. Won't be any oxygen escaping into this part of the base. We still need to build these batteries yet. Everybody's having a lunch, though. That's allowed. I'll allow everybody to have a lunch. Luncheon's good. Of course, big complaints about the washrooms. Let's take a look at our oxygen overlay right now. Things looking a little bit better on that front. Yeah, everybody's got the cramps. They might soil themselves at some point if they're not super fast building stuff that they got to build. I mean, I can set priorities here. Yeah, do that wall first before you do anything else. That's actually, where's the priority overlay? Power, temperature, thermal, plumbing, germ. You got germs now. Gotta think about that. It's just gonna make things worse. That's okay. So, somebody pooped themselves. Rowan, you did it in our washroom, too. Well, that's okay. Yeah, everybody, it's like The Sims all over again. Oh, boy. At least there's no pool that I can drown people in, I suppose. Okay, so you're going over that way. So that's going to be some germs down in their sleeping area. That's probably not a great thing for us. Okay, you're getting a little bit of copper. And so we're going to have to think about cleaning that up at some point, somehow. I did see some new stuff for plumbing. So there's a liquid bottler. And, okay. That's interesting. Speaking of which, we're going to need some water at some point, I guess. We have polluted water right now, but using just polluted water can't be all that good. So the question is, do I want to dig up or dig down for the water? So it's a bit of a ways away. Well, let's take the ladder down. I guess they can get access to if they just keep digging down. I don't know how if they'll have enough oxygen to do that. Man, that's a big old pit of nastiness right there. Insufficient oxygen generation. Things are okay for now. It's just over in this spot where things aren't super cool. You got a bit of a walk. What are you doing? Are you not doing anything? You got soggy feet. Not super happy about that. Let's make sure we dig this out. Okay. Alright, so what do we want to do next? So you guys are going to keep working on the ladder. You got to come up for air every now and again. Now, the oxygen that is trapped down here, that should eventually make its way up here. It is barely breathable there. They should be able to do some work. While we're here, might as well dig out some of this copper. No reason not to. What else can we do for power? Should set up some research at some point too. How long before we get our next duplicate? 0.9 cycles. Okay. Utilities space here. We don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, we're going to want a research station. Probably, yeah, over here seems like a good spot for that. So let's wire that up as well. So they're at max gas pressure down there. Speaking of which, I don't have any access to ventilation yet. Okay, so we should have access to water pretty soon. Hopefully the stuff down here stays pretty uncontaminated. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Also, yeah, we need to assign some research. And I guess the big thing is going to be basic farming for now. So let's start that. Close this off. Okay, and they're building the ladders, so yes, we now have access to bristle blossom and some water as well. Let's just let's take a look at our oxygen overlay. So the oxygen that's down here, in theory, should somewhat make its way up here. Might have to think about some oxygen generation over that at this point somehow. All right, let's go through the sewer water to go to bed. Have stress. Everybody's immune system's okay for now. There's a little hatchling or something up there. Hopefully don't have to worry about that for a little while. A couple more down here as well. I don't know if they can climb ladders or anything. Not super familiar with it. Furniture, do we need anything else to make people like super happy or anything? I don't think so. Rowan's doing some research for us. We're still doing some mining of copper ore over here. So it's basically the research that's holding us back right now. What's this liquid bottler do? Okay, do I put that like down in my well here? Is that how that works? Looks like it. It's a secondary well down here if I keep digging down. So maybe we'll try building that. How are we doing for food? Where's my... We got 1900 kilocalories, whatever. Well, I know what that means, but I'm not sure how long that buys us. Apparently they're cold over here as well. Temperature? It's temperate. It shouldn't be cold. It's temperate. Just throw on a sweater. You'll be good to go. Liquid bottler. Pumps liquids into decor is 0. Okay. Guess we don't need any water yet. And are we still at max air pressure there? Yes. Okay. So, research, is that still working? Is the science getting done? Germs and disease, let's see what this is. Okay, so we can make medicine. But my love is a bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. We have some idle people, so what I should probably do is just make the base a little bit nicer here and have a ceiling that extends up and around here. Just to make things a little bit better, a little bit nicer, a little bit more modern looking, I guess. Still doing research there. That's still pretty much a pit of nastiness, but anyway. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Can I get my new duplicate net yet? 80 seconds, okay. It's kind of one of the things that's slowing us down right now. I think that's what I'm telling myself anyway. Also, we're starting to run out of oxalite. What about food? Can I do a microbe mushroom now? I can. Yeah. Can we put it over here? All right. Do that. Just have everything in one big long row. Okay, there we go. Probably going to need some more batteries soon as well. Okay, there we go. Choose a duplicate. Who do we have here? We have Jean, Ellie, and Ashkin. Athletics, good. Gastrophobia. Cannot cook. You have a bad. You can't do violence, and you can't research. I'm fine with that. I'll take you for now. Jean. And we're going to need a bed for Jean. So we'll do another cot down in this pit of nastiness. As long as we don't have anyone idle. Okay, we want to make lice loaves. And we're going to need somewhere to store that, which is the storage compartment. So we'll pop one of those over here. And we're going to have to dig this stuff out. Okay. So you're digging. You got this. I'm going to allow everything to go into there. Just to get everything a little bit more centralized. How's oxygen looking now? Still looking okay. It's moved down to breathable for here. Okay, there's cycle 3. Everybody's got their bed. Let's take a look at the report. So they added some oxygen. They're still removing more than what they're putting in. We're making food now, which is a big thing. Immunity's starting to go down. Genes is actually our newest duplicate. Isn't doing that hot. Okay, and how about over here? Is the oxygen yet has started to kind of make its way up that way? All right, what are you guys doing? What is that? Did that break or something? I don't know what that big old cloud of gas was. What are you doing? You're pumping water. You're getting okay. You're doing something. Never seen that big old cloud of green. Okay, it's for the ration box, I guess. Interesting. Everybody's having a lunch now. That's good. Lunches are fine. Let's take a look at our jobs. Everybody's doing everything for now, which is fine. Research is still going. Seems like they've slowed down research a bit. Because it used to be fairly quick that you'd run through that, so maybe they've slowed things down a little bit in the patch. Some stuff to harvest down here, so let's have a go at that as well. As a ration box, we have a whole bunch of nutrient bars, okay. And hopefully they're not using this contaminated water to make their mush bars. I'm really hoping they're not. Camille having a little toot for herself, food safety. Learn how to manage food contamination. Why are you not getting power? Material delivery, okay. Alright. Alright. So you're down harvesting that stuff. A muck root. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. Not really. So yeah, basically waiting on this research right now so we can build some more stuff. Colony requires wash basins. What for? Why do people need to wash? Nobody needs to wash. Washing's for suckers. Research is done. Okay. Meal prep, gas piping, liquid piping seems like it's probably a good idea to do next. And okay, so what can we do now? So oxygen, we can now do the terrarium. So let's build one of those over here. And food, we can do a planter box. So we can grow some food up here now. And refinement, we can do compost. It breaks polluted dirt down in fertilizer, so we'll stick that down in our little pit of despair like I usually do. Gene's having a big old toot there. Lots of green stuff. Gonna have to look up what that means. Camille's still making mush bars. So they're doing good with that. Lots of metal, lots of minerals, some organics. I'd like to be able to clean out this stuff, though. That would be good. Joshua is going to have abs of steel at the end of this, doing all that running. How you doing there, Rowan? Are you actually any good at research? So it's probably some people that I should just have on research, but I usually, for base building stuff, I usually leave the micromanaging until I get like a few more people and I can safely break things down. Okay, there's cycle 4. With the start of cycle 4, we'll take a look at a report. So we're still using up more oxygen to change with this terrarium, though. And we made more calories than we took out, so that's good. I'm going to end things off there. Hey, if you like what you see, think about liking the video, think about subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time. So continue Oxygen Not Included. Have a great day.